Yes, respected Shrotas and Sadhakas, welcome you all. Congratulations for there in the classes every day, morning, afternoon, evening. You and I are trying our best to go through our Shastras and understand the guidance given by the Lord, the Rishi Parampara for our evolution and emancipation. By this effort of ours, we have understood that much more efforts are required to be put single pointedly. So let us learn this lesson, keep on increasing our capacities of more and more efforts. Remember in which direction we have to work. The 13 Vyaktitvas to be intensified. Loka Sevaka to clear the outer obligations. Dharma Sthapaka to justify our existence. Viragi to protect ourselves from doing the unwanted. Bhakta to be enriched and empowered all the time. Shishya to be guided very well. Mumukshu to know the purpose of life. Jignasu to achieve that purpose. Parishrami, joyful efforts from our side all the time. Prerita, because of the great opportunity given, obtained, feeling inspired from within. Prashanta Gambhira, these all have to be done, ought to be done, therefore done with utmost sincerity, without any excitement. That is the Prashanta Gambhira. Then the whole Shastras are given in that beautiful knowledge in language, Sanskrita Bhasha, little of it with Vyakarana. If you have an idea of knowing it, that also helps us. Look at the beautiful presence of the entire Devata Gana ready to help us receive. Look at the entire Guru Parampara, Guru Tattva ready to guide us. Take that guidance. Look at all the Shastras widely spread and freely available for our utilization. Browse through them continuously. Get informed, get inspired. Look at the mother, the Adiparashakti Jaganmata. How kind, compassionate she is also, wanting to help us. It's only the question of rightly tuning that we get blessings and we are blessed. See the Ishvara Sarvavyapaka, he is minding every jiva's evolution with equal love and compassion, in which we are also included. But he just wants only this much. Ishvara, that know what I told you to do. Just stick to the doings. Both the bhukti and mukti, it is my job to provide to you. And the last but not the least, the Brahma Tattva Sakshat available for us all the time, every time, anytime. For us in our interest to get identified with and get out of the wrong identifications. Friends, we are studying the Shwethashwathara Upanishad of Krishna Yajurveda. First chapter we are seeing Etat Gneyam Nityam Eva Atma Samstham Natah Param Veditavyam Hi Kinchit. This sentence we took sufficient time to understand its importance. But how much of that understanding is always in the memory lane and how much we are working towards it determines our sadhakatva sadhana siddhi. Luckily, here Bhagavan has given, Shruti Mata has given Pranava as the Alambana. We have spent almost 3 or 4 days to understand it. Now, two shlokas regarding this pranava we have to refresh today before we enter into the last two mantras of this first chapter of this wonderful Shastra. Throughout the next five chapters also, lots of guidelines are given for the understandings, guidelines are given for the sadhanas, etc. So it's a very, very good habit of ours of every day regularly going through these Upanishadic Shastras and keeping ourselves reminded about the ultimate purpose. That's the very healthiest thing to begin with we are doing. Although it has many, many further steps to be crossed or covered. They will also be known to us as we mature and we'll be able to reach to those milestones also. And the final destination of the experience of the self also inevitable to us if we pursue this study and the due sadhanas with utmost respect. Let us do that study, my dear friends. Before that, our prarthana sankalpas, and before that, a short while, our common sense thought. The common sense thought, because it is common sense thought, every day we have to remind about that only because it is important. Key along with our age, along with our regularity of being trying to be spiritual. What few things we have to assure and few new things we have to look into. The regularly to be confirmed things are about the laksha, about the sadhya vastu. Did we get the jnanam about the sadhya vastu? Did we get the spashta jnanam? That's a question every day we have to ask. साध्य वस्तु का ज्ञान स्पष्ट हुआ कि नहीं कि दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव टू अचीव the state of self, the state of being, and how much we are within ourselves making strong. That alone is our goal, isn't it? And in that gradation of how much we made that goal as our goal, on that all our other spiritual pursuits depend on. Like how strong I want to become a doctor, depending on all my preparations for my medical study, all of that is there. If it is tentative, my efforts will not be that much. लक्ष्य के मुताबिक हिसाब से ही सारे अभ्यास वगैरह होते हैं. So therefore, लक्ष्य स्पष्टता and my tuning to that lakshya, that is my lakshya, and that alone is my lakshya. Very essential. जितने लक्ष्यों में हम बटे रहते हैं, हमारे एबिलिटीज एफर्ट्स भी उतने बढ़ जाते हैं. Then we won't reach to that main lakshya. Very, very important thought. Keep it in mind and work towards it. How to achieve it. So lakshya spashtata, lakshya svikruti, lakshya ananya bhavena svikruti. Goal, clarity of goal, acceptance of the goal exclusively. Four things in mind. Just keep. Has it happened or not? Is it happening or not? Can we put little more conscious efforts towards it? How? Our listening and our study and manana. Little more when we intensify, regularize, then it will be achievable. That this alone is Mama Lakshya. Not that general sentence that every jiva is knowingly or unknowingly evolving towards the reality. That's true, but that sentence will not help us. Me also, whether I put efforts consciously or not, the Lord is guiding me towards Him only. Mama Vartmanu Vartante Manusha Partha Sarvasha. But this also is an escaping sentence only rather than inspiring. The inspiring sentence is I have realized that to be my goal. Then I want to achieve that and that alone. Then all my efforts are towards that. So this spashtata in us, very subtle. It cannot be picturized. You cannot put it on a paper. It's inner, it is internal. Through all our Shastra Shravana Dhyana, this is what we have to ensure within ourselves. In the same way, the second one, for reaching to that goal, this is the Marga, this is the Marga Spashtata. This is the path, these are the sadhanas, and the Spashtata of that sadhanas. Isn't it? Second thing, we have to again rethink, reevaluate whether we are becoming strong in this or not as a result of our everyday efforts. Why should our efforts be wasted? They have to be fruitful, they have to be towards some achievement. So our efforts are of studying Shastras daily. The outcome of this study should be this second topic of sadhana, sadhana spashtata. Here also the third one. Ki that sadhana we have to choose to do for ourselves by ourselves. This is the sadhana, if not known, that also is not complete. Spashtata is not there, then also it won't help much. And most beautifully, if we don't identify ourselves with that sadhana, then we won't do it exclusively. We get more and more distracted. Then that won't help us. Like in any process in the world, any achievement in the world, the process has to be duly respected. Without respecting the process duly, we won't reach to that destination. Anything it is cooking, making the building, doing a job or starting a company, कुछ भी कहो वहाँ एक पद्धति या महिमा एक होता है process. We have to have the clarity to respect it. We respect it in the outer achievements because we love those achievements. There is a compulsion inside because of the strongness of the desire to possess that. In the same way, if the strongness of the desire to possess the ultimate goal is there in us, it will inevitably express as the perfection in knowing the sadhana as well as identifying with it and doing it consistently, regularly. This is the second maturity. Second, what do you say, common sense thought. Continuation. Third one is as much sadhya is important, as much sadhana is important. So much is the third one where we all do mistakes or go wrong, not deliberately but unknowingly. And that is our own preparation, you know, preparing ourselves with all the required resources properly gathered, isn't it? In these resources and our preparation only, we take it lighter. Therefore, as efficiently the sadhana has to be done, we fail to do. Hence, reaching to the sadhya remains postponed only. So, with regard to the preparations also ours, with all our upadhis, we have to be more mindful. Here is where more and more efforts are required. First and second are achieved. Paramatma is the Lakshya, Antarmukhata and going beyond all the upadhis is the sadhana. ये दोनों समझ में स्पष्टता से आ गए. Even with little more effort, one can accept it also. But that's not enough. We have to prepare ourselves in all our faculties, all our upadhis, all our required resources, abilities. Every one of them also we have to note down and we have to really prepare ourselves for that flight, that for that travel, for that leap. So here is where also this is the preparation, this is the spashtata of the preparation, and we have taken it on our own head, our own shoulders, that responsibility of preparing ourselves. And this is where also we go wrong here only. Prepared अभी नहीं होते हम. चलो समझ तो गया वो लक्ष्य वो मार्ग है, कल करेंगे, परसों करेंगे, आज करेंगे, अब करेंगे, इज अ प्रिपरेशन वो हम नहीं करते. फिर इसे और कुछ कर कर करेंगे, and that और कुछ never ends only. So too at our faculty levels also we are very inadvertent. Therefore, they don't have that beauty, that strength, that charm to take us on the path chosen for the goal chosen, isn't it? The खटारा गाड़ी है तो जर्नी थोड़े में ही रुक जाता है, आगे नहीं बढ़ सकता. गाड़ी हैज टू बी परफेक्ट. So the gadi of our personality has to be prepared well for this spiritual journey. That's where we have to focus more. We have to see what is right thing to be done, what is the wrong thing to be avoided. ये बड़ा सब्जेक्ट है. It can be discussed at length, but given as a homework. Now, one more thing we can add today, along with all these already very well known things, is key for the reason of feeling the spiritual sadhana as a very load. What is the reason that Adhyatmic sadhana has no charm, no joy? Why it is like a heavy load? Why it is a struggle? Why? More number of failures than successes. This question can be pondered over, it can have many answers. But one thing we can talk about is that is still for our known or unknown reasons of maturity still in our mind or intellect, we have some other heavy loads still carried. Whatever the name you give them, when we are loaded with some heavy load, we cannot walk smoothly. So we have to walk smoothly in a jolly manner, joyfully in the path spiritual. Like when you go to any of the temples darshana up a hill, Vaishnavi Devi or Kedarnath, see the children, oh, जंपते जॉय करते हुए चलते हैं because they have no load. हैप्पी, हाथ साफ पैर पूरा खाली है, कुछ लोड नहीं है. they but the elders, they will be so much struggling to put even one step because they have the heavy load of carrying those water bottles, eatables or sweaters or whatever they are. उनको मुश्किल होता है. They are also going, but they cannot joyfully, jumpingly travel like those children or youngsters because of the load. In the same way, there are some heavy loads we may be carrying in us, maybe in the form of desires, in the form of some responsibilities, in the form of some difficult targets still kept in the mind of worldly natured. Some loads are there in us, some type of habits, some type of indulgences which we have not understood that they are the obstacles, hindrances, therefore we are not able to give them up. Some load at every level, due to the desire for eating, desire for entertainments, desire for sleep, desire for going out, desire for being with the people. No, ये सारे चीजें जो स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी के लिए जरूरत नहीं है एंड obstacles है, and we still carry the load of them. Therefore, our travel towards the spirituality is not smoother, not joyful. And any other such loads, whoever have whatever they have. Is there any burdens we are carrying? Can we relinquish them? Can we free ourselves from them? isn't it? Necessary है वो, है ना? Some loads of entertainment enjoyment can be unloaded by being contented, है ना? Some loads of duties responsibilities can be freed by, you know, talking with the people. भाई ये आप संभालो अभी, मेरे से नहीं होगा. We have to do them practically, you know. Otherwise, we're always in our mind in that conflict. We want to be spiritual, truly, honestly, genuinely, but not capable because of these reasons, isn't it? Sometimes we hesitate to talk to the people. So drop the decision, talk to them, and tell them, please, आप carry on करो. Sometimes we doubt the people. Most of the time, we still ourselves are holding on to those heavy loads of responsibilities, which can we give away to others, isn't it? You know, because we need to have a lot of energy time for the spiritual journey. अब उधर consumed हो रहा है तो क्या करें, है ना? Some loads are there of desires, hopes, expectations, conveniences, etc., etc. उसको क्या करना चाहिए ना, थोड़ा इंटेलिजेंट बन के, keeping in mind our own age and physical abilities, some changes we have to bring. Maybe in our type of food eaten, maybe in our understanding that we are changing in our age, therefore capacities change, therefore the routine, the schedule has to be molded accordingly. क्योंकि ना कोई चीज़ें एक उम्र में जो आराम से किए जाते हैं, as it changes, they may not be able to be done by us. So we have to change them also. Otherwise it becomes a heavy load. Like, हर दिन मुझे 6 किलोमीटर चलने का है. अच्छा है to one age, but after that you can't. But you are still insisting. Then that's a load. It's an example. It's a load, Then make it 4 or 3. क्या फर्क पड़ता है अभी? You know, after all, they are all not our goals. The main goal will be weekend or we will be compromising with it. इस तरह का कोई भी हो जो हम चेंज ला सकते हैं हमारे अंदर, जिससे दैट लोड चला जाएगा. Whichever it is, each will have to find where I am loaded, where I am feeling heavy in myself. That joyfully my spiritual journey of listening to the classes, doing the study at home, understanding them, and fully engaged in so many beautiful sadhanas, required sadhanas, I am not able to do. क्या है वो, right? Last but not the least is most important, and that it is lots of loads can be unloaded by our surrender to Bhagavan. This is the most important. Let us engage for some time every day in our upasana to the Guru, to the Ishtadevatas, and then some of the load we can put on them. It's a very subtle thing because the whole universe is run by that total power, the Ishvara. Every jiva is under his command, whether one knows or not, accepts or not. So let us realize this fact and then surrender to him. अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा लेगा. And the best part of the surrender is what you are making me do now, sadhana, is your grace only. I am happy for it. I am really happy for it. And then it is not sufficient. Therefore, I pray to you with faith that you will make it more intense, more deeper. I am praying to you, O Lord. Consciously, with faith, after Upasana, praying to the Lord to make us do sadhana in a better manner, higher sadhana. अब तक जैसे क्लासेस चल रहे, किन की कृपा से चल रहे? Is it that you and I can think and come or what? Without Ishvara Kripa, how can it happen? Isn't it? So we realize this fact. We accept it. We say, thank you, O Lord, that you are keeping our minds intact in this everyday study. It's your Kripa. It's a fact. Which upasanas, prarthanas we have done when we don't know, but they are being answered now. That right now तो interest is going on, है ना? कल का पता नहीं, मेरे परसों का नहीं पता, पिछले 4 साल से हर दिन तो हो रहा है. So is it not His grace? So then we have asked Him, He gave. Now let us ask Him, O Lord, this is not sufficient for the moksha prapti. What is next step? Empower me in the understanding as well as in doing. And I know you will make me do because you love me and I love you. I trust you. I depend on you. Who else is there for me other than you? Isn't it? You may have many jivas to support, but I have nobody other than you. और देवता चित्त न धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकारेषु सिद्धिर्भवतु मे sada. In so many mantras we see that reliance, the dependency on the Lord through prayers. And that is also very helpful. Along with that, one thing, if we don't say, the saying will not be complete, that it is our own honesty, purity in wanting to do sadhana and trying to do sadhana by not getting succumbed to the cunning, crooked, cruel, our own mind, senses and body. है ना? शरीर मन इंद्रिया ये जो है ना अपने क्रूकेडनेस के कारण हमारा अटेंशन को अपने तरफ ले जाते है ना. इनफैक्ट देयर इज वेरी subtle point to be attended to with all our prayers honestly, equal honestly. The Lord blesses us, Guru blesses us, but we are slaves to our own cunning mind, है ना, our own sense organs and their demands and our body's demands. तो वहाँ फिर उनको तना के रखना है, मीन्स उनको स्ट्रेट करके रखना. Isn't it like you work hard, get lots of money from your work, but you have some children at home who just consume it away, all the money, with all their bad habits? Then it's not a good case, isn't it? आप तो मेहनत कर रहे हो, ले आ रहे हो, but they're all poured in a wrong manner. There are some places, some houses, some things. One person works hard, but all others are only consumers. So, with all our preparations, one side serious, sincere, the other side, if we are not mindful about these three, Sharira, Indriya, Prana, then पानी फेर जाएगा हमारे efforts में. That we have to do. Oh Lord, you have not helped me. Guru, you have not helped me. How much I help I have done. You only are distracted in your mind's projections, in your senses attractions, in your own bodily demands. You were not available for my grace. I was continuously pouring. The Lord will say. In fact, that's the case even now, that the grace is always there. It cannot be otherwise. Continuously. But we are not recognizing nor fully using because of our preoccupations. And in fact, that preoccupation itself is the heavy load which we were talking from the beginning today. So let us be mindful of all these things. Let us be matured in the clarity of all these things. Let's take it up more seriously, sincerely. Let us mean business in spirituality. Look at the world, as we said the other day, few months back. I remember maybe 2.5 months back. In this world, every professional is professionally doing his profession and excelling in that. Whether they are good people or bad people, whatever they may be, they are that way professional. A samsari कितना प्रोफेशनली अपना संसार कर रहा है. There are many people very professional, cheaters, professional Naxalites, professional terrorists, the professionals in all the fields, the doctors, etc. हर जगह लोग somehow many lives of maturity that they are professional in that. They are people, very good. You see that सब्जी बेचने वाले होते हैं रेडी पे और दोस्त सो प्रोफेशनल दे आर 5:30 दे गो फेच द वेजिटेबल्स बिकॉज उतना जल्दी जाओ थोड़ा सस्ते में मिलते हैं अच्छा क्वालिटी ही अरेंजेस ऑल ऑफ देम इन इज रेडी बाय 6:30 इज रेडी बिकॉज बिफोर 9:30 ही हैव टू सेल तो फिर कितना प्रोफेशनल हर दिन करते हैं वो लोग दोपहर वाले दोपहर शाम वाले शाम को इट्स जस्ट एवरीथिंग नो देयर इज अ होटल हंड्रेड्स पीपल गो देयर टू ईट सुबह दोपहर शाम तो रेगुलरली हो रहा है तो कितना प्रोफेशनल होंगे वो लोग प्रोफेशनल देर ऑल ब्रेकफास्ट चाट भंडार आर देयर ब्रेकफास्ट प्लेसेस है ना कोई पराठा बेच रहा है कोई इडली वगैरह कर रहा है सी हाउ प्रोफेशनल दे आर एवरी डे दे हैव टू गेट अप 5:30 पहले तो रात को सुखाना है सुबह 4 बजे उठकर पीसना है उसको फिर 5:30 6 को शुरू करके इट्स टाइम वोंट स्टॉप एंड दे हैव टू डू ऑन टाइम है ना सारे चीज़ें वहाँ तैयार रखो पहले सब साफ होना चाहिए रात को ही धो के रखते देन अरेंज एवरी वन ऑफ देम एंड ऑल बैठे रहने से तो काम नहीं होता ना these things and people come demanding you have to be so fast there I just observe when we go वो चटनी तैयार होना है सांभर तैयार होना है फिर सारा इडली तैयार रखनी है जो भी डोसा बनानी है अदर थिंग्स dough had to be made for that so how professional they are and not one day नहीं चलता काम एक दिन से हर दिन even that pawn shop wala you see every day they have to come he cleans it keeps everything ready वो सारा रखेंगे whoever asks whatever it is he'll have to give them even the grocery shop में आप देखोगे how much it is tension no remember the common problems of the family the fightings the many other lazinesses desires are there troubling everyone they are common problems apart from that the work struggle you see there उसको झेलते हुए you'll have to put those 500 items in his shop every day you'll have to see the stock of it again new orders new payments what an amount of professionalism he has to have he cannot afford one more extra worker because 15,000 और देना पड़ता है profits are not that much children anyway now like we know they don't help so they have to do professional so when everybody is professional then only they are succeeding when we will start becoming professional in our spiritual goal those professionals बाकी कोई भी माइंड नहीं करते to such an extent that they never come to satsang because they are professional there your own family members how professional they are in whatever they do that I have not seen them in last 4 years in my 8,000 classes so they can avoid the guru and the shastra and satsang so efficiently because of their professional outlook in their respective chosen profession है wonderful it is very good that aspect is appreciated like I appreciate you all for being regular for the classes for a long time I equally acknowledge and appreciate the others who have avoided regularly for such a long time isn't it ग्रेट दे यार हमको तो फिर रियली ताली बजानी चाहिए कभी मिले बोलो मेरे तरफ से आप स्वामी जी हैज स्पोकन अबाउट यू more than anything else appreciated that how could you keep away your sadhana satsang for such a long time you are not an ordinary thing so the professionalism we have to bring more and more into it and in that professionalism one necessary quality is ruthlessness especially with ourselves in that ruthlessness with ourselves in the sense ready to sacrifice give up whatever have to be given up whether they are notions whether they are habits whether they are on convictions whether they are physical activities consuming things interactions with the people जो भी है, we have to be ruthless in dropping them. This is also a very important thing which takes a lot of time to recognize that these are the things I am caught up, which are contradictory to my sadhana. I have to give it up. कुछ कुछ चीज़ें ना इतने हम पकड़ के रखते हैं ना, विथ ऑल आवर स्पिरिचुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग्स एंड डिजायर टू डू द साधना, कोई चीज़ ऐसे पकड़ के रखते हैं, छोटे छोटे होते हैं, but they have the capacity to consume all our time and energy, and we are not able to give it up. That's what is the ego. It can be anything. You may take care of your dog for 2 hours morning and evening. It can be as much as that. The moment when I say such thing, if in the audience the dog lover is there, he will become angry with me only. But daily 2-3 hours time is going for it. You know, see the dilemma. Dilemma in the sense, not ready to accept this fact. Your time is precious. How can you give it to the dog? But that will not no, that's my I love it. He says now you love our head, I don't mind, but your time is consumed in that. Be practical. Your energy is gone, your attention is gone. वो प्रैक्टिकली देखो हो रहा है कि नहीं भाई? Then that tires you, that exhausts you. No, no, I can't give up. No, मैं जिंदगी में अब तक 10 कुत्ते में पाला था, एक के बाद एक जा रहा था, एक 11वां है. Its whole life it is with me. An example. Each one will have their own. Somewhere they are caught. कोई एक दोस्त के साथ रहता है. Every day we have to talk 1 hour, meet 1 hour. But that's a crucial time that is being consumed. Somebody says I have to see the TV. News I have to see. But we never realized by us that from so many years we were listening to the news, it has never helped us in any way. Nor we have done anything by listening. But that fancying जो होता है ना, मेरे को जानना है. It's a book. That is the meaning of medhaya pihitaha. Laukika pragnaya atmajnanam is covered. That's the meaning of it. Isn't it? We want to have the news of the sports. But how is it related to you in general? Spiritually तो particular related है ही नहीं. But in general for your life also, what's happening in that sports? How does it matter to you? What is happening in all states or countries, political? How does it matter? In what way it is affecting you? But that fancying in our mind, चलो मेरा ये वो जानकारी होना चाहिए. But is it not consuming your time, occupying your mind, making you Rajoguni and Bahirmukha, not allowing you to become sadhaka? But these things very subtle, we don't accept. We don't want to think over. But they are the main things. They matter a lot. We can't neglect them. इस तरह के बहुत सारे चीजें ऐसे we have to be ruthless in recognizing and rejecting them. Then only we can focus fully, joyfully, without any load in our adhyatmic sadhanas. We can enjoy doing them. We can enjoy results also. हमें तो इतना लोड लोड लग रहा है साधना, बिकॉज साधना लोड नहीं है, दूसरे चीज लोड है. मन उधर खींचा जा रहा है. Like the children studying such a heavy load, not because study is heavy load, their mind is occupied by they want to play, they want to watch TV, so many other things. All these things, realizing and maturing in them, and what do you call conquering one by one, mastering one by one, takes lot of time. That's why to become a professional, full-fledged sadhaka is not an overnight achievement for any great person. If somebody is achieved overnight, he has done it thousands of lives. Like the great masters like Pujya Gurudev, if you see how he is fully focused and mastered in whatever we have spoken now. It's not one life's achievement. Many, many, many lives achievements. Or the Ishvara Krupa. If the Bhakti Sharanagati is so much, then the Ishvara says Tathastu. All the chains inside, subtle chains, hundreds and thousands of them, they just get dismantled. And the required all qualities, capacities, just like that come. But the Ishvara will not bless anyone like that. Isn't it? The one who is totally pure, Shraddhalu, Bhakta, Sharanagata, tab jaakar hota. Then only the Tulsidasas, the Surdasas, all these great Kavira Dasas, they happen. They just don't happen like that. Mm. So let us do all those things. Our surrender to the Lord Guru, let it be intense. Our effort to come to the classes and study Shastras intense. Let us effort to understand them also be intense. Let us make our day full of sadhana properly and try our best to achieve maximum of them. And while doing so, anything which is unwanted, with all intensity, let us learn to keep it away. ये सारा चीज हमारे द्वारा हर पल हर क्षण होता रहे, है ना। मैं जिंदा हूँ, खुश हूँ, मैं कर रहा हूँ, खुश हूँ, मैं आध्यात्मिक साधना का कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, खुश मैं। अब कब होगा होगा, होने दो, है ना। हो रहा है, वी आर डूइंग क्लासेस, हाउ मच एवर वी डू, व्हेन विल द थॉट क्लिक टू अस अबाउट द गोल एंड मीन्स, होगा वो अभी, that which not in our hands, we can't worry, but we are doing it, doing seriously, sincerely, and keeping that abhilasha, that desire in us. Oh Lord, clear all the cobwebs, clear all the impurities, clear all the confusions. Whatever still we are carrying, in spite of you teaching us through so many. So sometimes शर्म आता है मुझे कि लोग कोई शास्त्र पढ़े ही नहीं, उनका जिंदगी इतना सीधा साधा है, और हम इतना पढ़कर भी टेढ़े मेढ़े हर एक चीज में। तो हाउ मच वी आर मीन्स आई एम एट बैकवर्ड कि भगवान इज अप्लाइंग सो मेनी मेडिसिन, स्टिल दिस बीमारी ठीक नहीं हो रही। यू अंडरस्टैंड, एज ए संसारी पेशेंट और नॉन साधका पेशेंट, हाउ मच वी आर दैट सो मेनी मेडिसिन आर गिवन, फिर भी काम नहीं कर रहा। और दूसरे लोगों को इतनी बीमारियां है ही नहीं, दे आर एंजॉइंग लाइफ। एनीवेज, so let us unload ourselves is the main thing. Om 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 Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। करुणावरुणालयपालय मां भवसागरदुःखविदूनहृदं रचयाखिलदर्शनतत्त्वविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यमेकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन मोक्षप्राप्ति सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मिक प्रभवति धर्मसंस्थापकानाम् अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदा आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थ वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ पारायणम्. Friends, I think we are doing the Parayanam of Fourth chapter up to 15 we have done. 16th onwards we have to do. Three only let us do. 16, 17, 18. Om Ghrutat Param Mandamivati Sukshmam Jnatva Shivam Sarvabhuteshu Gudham Vishwasyaikham Pariveshtitaram Jnatva Devam Muchyate Sarvapashaihi Esha Devo Vishwakarma Mahatma Sada Jananam Hrudaye Sannivishtaha हृदा मनीषा मनसा विक्लुप्तः य एतत् विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति यदा तमस्तन्न दिवानरात्रिः न सन्न चासन् शिव एव केवलः तदक्षरं तत् सवितुर्वरेण्यं प्रज्ञा च तस्मात् प्रसृता पुराणी ओम नित्यानंद निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ त्रयोदशो मन्त्रः 13th मंत्र ॐ वह्नेर्यथा योनिगतस्य मूर्तिः न दृश्यते नैव च लिङ्गनाशः सभूय एवेन्धनयो निगृह्यः तद्वो भयं वै प्रणवेन देहे वह्नेर्यथा योनिगतस्य मूर्तिः न दृश्यते नैव च लिङ्गनाशः सभूय एवेन्धनयो निगृह्यः तद्वो भयं वै प्रणवेन देहे मित्रों this shloka is in one way very very crucial. Like in the worldly vyavahara also, for stabilizing our vyavahara, for its success, somewhere we have to hold on to, for our hold. Even in Bhakti Shastra also, it is so. When we are in the Bhakti Marga, for us the support is there. Remember, like if I hold on to Rama, I hold Rama for my health also. I hold Rama for my profession also, for my financial stability also, for all my relational life also. So that's how we hold Rama or Krishna, मेरे प्रभु है. And in that, whenever I'm tired, I go to him. When I want blessings, I ask him. Whenever I have to tell him what I need or what I want, I do so with him. I have a reliance कि my Rama मेरा रक्षा कर रहा है, करेंगे, जो मुझे चाहिए दे देंगे. Isn't it? Is that Bhakta's life is so beautiful. Much before this is done to us in Puranic time or literature, in Vedas already, in Vedanta Upanishads is already given. Only difference is we talk here about Rama or Krishna, there they give us Omkara. That's it. तो when we listen to all this Vedanta, we get frightened कि कहाँ से शुरू करूँ, किसका आलम्बन लूँ मैं, किसका सपोर्ट लूँ, because this comes to every beginner in every path. like कोई बंदा नया ऑफिस ज्वाइन करता है तो he'll have to hold on to one person, colleague, till he becomes habitual. But with that colleague only, he will know his clerical job क्या करना क्या करना. Boss tells also that colleague, यार ये नया बंदा आया है उसको थोड़ा हेल्प करो. दिस न्यू पर्सन डजंट नो तो कैंटीन कहाँ है, यू हैव टू गो विथ हिम, हाउ टू ऑर्डर, व्हाट टू गेट, इट्स यू हैव गॉन थ्रू ऑल दैट ना, टिल यू बिकम फेमिलियर. एंड न्यूली ज्वाइन क्लर्क आपके जो भी कंपनी में भी होते हैं, दूसरे को सीनियर को कहते हैं आप इसको ट्रेन कर. दैट न्यू कमर हैज टू हैव अ सपोर्ट. वी आर ऑल न्यू कमर्स. Spirituality, we need support. The Shruti Mata in all Shrutis or Upanishads gave us the Om as support. And the beauty of the support, the Om is all inclusive it is. And that supporting person, if is all inclusive, that he is giving you lift also in the vehicle, he is talking you lovingly, he is taking you for the shopping, He is also taking the canteen and he has shown you the house to stay. When new person is joined, है ना? अब देखो जो हैदराबाद वाला, उसको सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट जॉब मिला तो दिल्ली जाएगा वो, तो वहाँ फिर उसको कोई बंदा मिलना चाहिए. Accommodate showing, shopping showing, canteen showing, and the work in the office explaining, telling about various uh, cares to be taken. Omkara is all inclusive. That's what is to be caught. It can be made as a very strong support by you. In fact, it should be made. That's the tone. Om. And all the things last 5 days we have seen. Don't expect me to explain all of that now. So Om is Parabrahman also. And Om is Ishvara also. Om is an alambana for developing the concentration. Om is an alambana for purifying our heart. Being the Ishvara or Hiranyagarbha, we can pray to the Omkara to give us wealth, etc., like it is done in Taittiriya Upanishad, with which we do the Yajnadi for our Antakarana Shuddhi. Om being Parabrahma or Ishvara, sorry, you can ask him, ki, make my Antakarana capable of holding this Brahma Jnana. वही तो कहा ना, यश छंदसा वृषभो विश्वरूप छंदोभ्यो अधि अमृतात् संभवोव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु. May all knowledge remain in my मेधस, spiritual knowledge. ओंकार को प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं हम वहां. शरीरम में विचर्षणम. ओंकार is prayed to, please keep my body intact. जिह्वा में मधुमत्तमा, may my tongue be always sweet. Karnabhyam bhuri vishruvam, the best alone may I listen through my ears. Brahmanah koshosi, you are the sheath for the Brahman. So you reveal yourself to me. And when you are revealing to me, I must be available to receive that. I am also confused somewhere. Please protect me from that confusion. What is that? Medaya pehitaha. That I am valuing still the worldly information more than you. So you give me strength to understand that nonsense and come out of it. Then finally, Shrutam me gopaya. See both. Samayendro medhaya sprunotu. Amrutasya he deva dharano bhuyasam. And the last one, Shrutam me gopaya. To whom all these prayers are done? Not to your Rama or Shiva. It's done to Omkar. Om is Paramatma. See, always, in all aspects, the Om is helping. More so, the Om, the three syllables. They can consume all the three avasthas. If we, offer them to them. Like if you offer all your load of life to your Rama or your Krishna, they will take it. भार उठाते हैं भगवान, भक्तों का भार उठाने के लिए तो भगवान है. Omkar also can do that. So all these aspects of Pranava given in all Upanishads maximum, remember it and take the Pranava as the Alambana. निरंतर ओम का उच्चारण होता रहे, ओम का प्रार्थना होता रहे, ओम ब्रह्म स्मरण होता रहे. And to that Om Brahma asking, reveal the Brahma Tattva to me. Then use the Om as the Akara, Ukara, Makara, Matra, that type of Upasana. Right? Now this is what is indicated here. So before that, what is said? The example. You know? Yatha yonigatasya vaknehe murtihi na drishyate. Doesn't mean that it is not there. Naivacha linga nasha. So in that wooden cup, fire is there, unmanifest. It is not seen, but it is not there also. It is there. Then what is done to bring it out? Sabhuya eva indhana yoni grihya. Yoni here is karanam. Karanam is mathanam. When mathana is done, two things happen. One, the outside the fire will manifest. Second, that faith comes that it was there inside unmanifest, now got manifested. In this way, tadva ubhayam vai pranavena dehe. So, remaining in your own life as a human being by taking the support of Omkara, the unexperienced but eternally existing self in you, the Atman in you, the Brahman in you, bring into the experience. So, that's the meaning of this shloka. वह्नेः यथा योनिगतस्य मूर्तिः न दृश्यते नैव च लिङ्गनाशः then स भूय एव इन्धनयोनि गृह्यः. When you do the churning, you can find the fire manifesting. Tadva vayam vai pranavena dehe. So I am giving you the pranava alambana like all other Upanishads have given. I don't want to give any new thing. So this mantra with Bhashyam we have seen yesterday. So tacha ubhayam tad ubhayam iva matanat prak nagruhyate. They are there. In manifest form it is there, but still we have a doubt. It can manifest also, but right now it's not. But when the mathanam is done, from inside the unmanifest, the fire gets manifest. The two aspects very important. To be caught here is what? The wood when you touch it is so cold that you cannot even dream or imagine that there can be the hot fire in it. But then when churned, it gets manifested. But important thing is churning. In the same way, when we are lost in our life living with the Panchakoshas as the Jiva, a trace of faith also won't appear. Ki there is Brahman in me. Like there's fire in that cold wood. ठंडे ठंडे लकड़ में गरम गरम आग कैसा रहेगा? Even English fellow knows it. That's why it's called firewood, he says. Touch me, no? Touch me. So, living at Panchakosha level appears that there's no Brahman in me only. But then, when properly churned with the process, with patience, knowing the process and having the patience, when it is done, then depending on the seasons. Summer may quickly the fire gets manifested in the churning. In winters and rainy seasons take more time. It is the weather related delays. The other related delays are what? The children themselves one day, brahmacharis, who are kindling the fire, very active, dynamic. So they do it so beautifully, perfectly. कि जल्दी हो जाती है. Another day, they themselves are so lazy and होता है ना, बच्चे हैं बेचारे ब्रह्मचारी लोग, तो खुद ही वो मस्करी कर रहे हैं, मजाक कर रहे हैं, प्रॉपरली नहीं कर रहे, है ना? That fellows who have to protect that fire, they went away just at that very correct moment. That fire आया लेकिन चला भी गया. Again 1 hour it will take. एक दूसरे से लड़ेंगे, प्यार करेंगे. They can do every nautanki to disrupt or disturb the sincere application. That can be also the reason to delay the process of kindling the fire. Examples like that you can think. Here also, the churning with the Om when we do, the appearingly non-existing Brahman in us is conspicuously experienced. Like when the fire is kindled and you put the twigs and make it little bigger one, when you touch it, it is burning. यार ये कहाँ था? वो था उसमें, unmanifest था. So too, the Brahmanubhuti, giver of moksha, is unmanifest in us through the Onkara Pranava churning. Let us bring it to manifestation, means experience. So, final thing is, through churning, the unmanifest fire is manifested. Through the usage of Onkara as Alambana, the unmanifest experience of Brahman is experienced or manifested to experience. ये है साम्यता दोनों का समझ लेना. So therefore, what is my whole life's purpose? Taking the alambana of the Om in all ways that are indicated to us in all Shastras. I have to realize, awaken, kindle the Atmanubhuti, Brahmanubhuti in me, which was said is the only thing to be done in the earlier shloka, first line. Etadhi Neyam Nityameva Atma Samstam. So tadvo bhayam vai pranavena deve. Tadvad atma vahnistaniyah. In the same way, the self, which is in the example like the fire, which is there but unmanifest. Vahnistaniyah pranavena, with the pranava. What is pranava? In that wooden two cups, uttara aranistani yena, which is there, uttara upar ka arani hai. Mananatu. So there, in the case of the wooden cups, it is mathana. And what is the mathana in the Onkara Upayoga? When you take the Onkara for the support, mananat gruhyate. So pranava ka manana karne se. So प्रणव ब्रह्म है, प्रणव ईश्वर है, प्रणव में अकार उकार मकार मात्रा है. So all these mananas we do, use all the ways the Om can be used. When we do so, mananat gruhyate. The Brahman, the Atman is, which is Agnistaniya, Gruhyate, can manifest and can be experienced. Where it is to be done, Adhara Aranistaniye Dehe. Dehe means while we are alive, being in this body, then only we have to do. We cannot go. So the Adhara Arani there is our own Stula Sharira. Uttara Arani is the Omkara. Manana of the Omkara is the churning till the Atmanubhuti becomes Prakata. And so many ways though we saw, simplest is this: with Om, make the mind single pointed from multi-pointedness. Holding on to the Om, see that the mind doesn't enter into the zero pointedness called as sleep. Om ke dwara multi-pointed mind is made single pointed. With the same Om, the zero pointed, because we never have the habit of single pointedness. We either have multi pointedness or the zero pointedness called Nidra. इसलिए लोग जब सत्संग सुनते हैं, भजन कीर्तन सुनते हैं, वही निद्रा comes because they are trying to be single pointed, but there is no habit. Therefore, the habitual nidra overpowers them. इसलिए कोई सत्संग में सो रहे हैं मतलब इट्स अ गुड साइन दैट इज ट्राइंग टू लिसन. That stamina in the mind to focus on one thing is not yet gathered. Therefore, it is tired. Therefore, it is sleeping. It is habituated for multi-pointedness, like the children. उनको खेलो कूदो बोलो कितना करेंगे, पढ़ो बोलो तभी उसको नींद आता है. बिकॉज पढ़ना ही सिंगल पॉइंटेडनेस, उसका उसको आदत नहीं है. सेम वी आर. सो नॉट अलोइंग टू एंटर इनटू द शून्यावस्था निद्रावस्था also is done by pranava only. Then third one, while maintaining that pranava, slowly either do the process of merging jagra sapna sushupti in akara ukara makara matra, and I in u in ma, and ma in silence. If one is dynamic, very intelligent, very alert, he can do that. Equally effective other process is what? This Om Vritti. You know, Om Ucharana through the mouth. But Om is a Vritti in the mana. Where is that Om Vritti coming? Focus on that. Where the Om Vritti is going. Focus on that. That is the self. This is called, this mananam is called matanam, churning. And then once our efforts are serious, sincere for sufficient time, maybe few years or so, then that inexplicable, beyond all upadhiwala, that atma अनुभूति will be experienced. ये होगा, करते जाओ तो होगा. अब no, in this way when we understood how to do, how to make use of Omkara, the subject is very simple. Multi-pointed made single-pointed. Single-pointed is not allowed to be zero-pointed. In that while maintaining the single-pointedness of Om, Om, Om. First, our effort is in making the mind single-pointedly chanting only the Omkar. One that is mastered, either we say who is chanting Omkara, or we say from where this Om is coming. In that effort, we reach to that self. And that self is always experienced as Sat and Chit. From the pure me, the conscious existence, that the Om Vritti is coming, staying, and going back. So slowly, attention from the coming, going Omkara to the point from where the Om is coming and going into which. When you focus on that, in that heated effort only, Dehendra Pranamana Buddhyadi Tadatmya, we transcend. करते जाने से जब सारे heavy load of obstacles go away, then the touch of it, taste of it very vaguely comes, which cannot be explained. No words can explain that experience. It's unique in itself. Then keep on doing it again and again, again and again. We get rooted in it. Then the great sentences, I am that Brahman or the Atman from whom the sound came, from the sound only, the entire world came. So the whole Jagat of Rupa Nama is nothing but Shabda, and whole Jagat Shabda is nothing but my own self. I, the pure self, manifesting through me, the Shabda Nama, Rupa Nama, is this whole world. Oh, वहाँ experience हो जाएगा. Now the other healthy way of putting is what? The entire world of millions of name and form arising and settling in that one particular tattva, I am that. I am not these upadhis. I am not the jiva. I am that. Even this type of upadhis also, millions are coming and going in that without touching it even a little. So many movies come and go in our cell phone without touching the screen or the TV. टीवी स्क्रीन में कितने सिनेमा कितने प्रोग्राम क्या क्या देखते हो आते हैं जाते हैं isn't it just amount for 6 hours, let us say you sat in front of TV and browsed through all the 200 channels which you have. How many things have come and gone, but did ever any one of them touch the screen? Same way I am the self, the screen on me with my own sankalpa shakti, my own maya. All these are projected coming and going, but neither they are real because just because they are appearing, nor because they are appearing that I have disappeared. No, I'm always intact, untouched by them. I am that self who is not touched by all that which is projected on me by my own Maya Shakti, called as the entire world. Wow, wonderful no experience. मजा रहेगा. Jivan Mukta, they live like that. They are intact in the Brahmanubhuti. All the Upadhis, Jagat, which is projected on that, at ease they play with that. Mhm. This is what we have to reach to. So, Pranavena Uttararani Sthaniyena Mananat Gruhyate. What is Manana? We explained today. This is how it is to be done. Dehe Adhara Arani Sthaniye. Dehe means while being in this very body of human, it is more possible, not when we are in other yonis. Dehe. So here Dehe means you can talk taking the help of other Shastras in your Hridaya Pundarike. देखो दो रखना हृदय पुंडरीक को आप ढूंढो वहां आत्मा मिल जाता आत्मा को ढूंढो यू विल रीच द हृदय बिकॉज हृदय एंड आत्मा आर नॉट टू whichever you try. Who is the self? You search it, you will reach to the Hridaya. Look into your own heart, there you will meet yourself. Both of them. Now the mantra. Tadeva prapanchayati. Same thing, little more elaborated. What it is? I am chanting 14th mantra. Swadehamaranим kratva pranamam chottararanим dhyana nirmathanabhyasad devam pashenigudhavat swadehamaranim kratva pranamam chottararanim dhyana nirmathanabhyasad devam pashet nigudhavat nigudhavat devam pashet nigudhavat nigudavan bhagavat bhagavan hanumat hanuman. So Nigudhavat Devam Pashyat. That self which is very deeply hidden, Pashyat, one can experience. How? Dhyana Nirmathana Abhyasat. with the abhyasa of dhyana nirmatana. Abhyasa very important. Like the children, youngsters do the abhyasa of the churning all the wooden cups, abhyasa, till the fire manifests. In the same way, हम अभी वो ध्यान निर्मतन रूपी अभ्यास till the Atmanabhava happens, we have to go on doing it. In that, Swadeha Arani, Pranamam cha Uttararani. Swadeha Arani Grutva Pranamam cha Uttararanim, Dhyana Nirmatana Bhyasat, Devam Pasheda Nigudhavat, Swadeha Arani Grutva. Today, we'll talk little more of it. Tomorrow, the Swadeha Arani Krutva mein very, very crucial topic is there for us to elaborately understand. At least the contents I can tell. The topic is understandable to you because a million times we spoke about it. Like when we are churning, the upper cup moves in this direction. In that friction, that fire comes. While that is happening, what happens to the lower cup? Lower cup has to be stable. अगर नीचे वाला भी हिल रहा है तो ऊपर वाले को वो काम नहीं करने देता. And the नीचे वाला cup is swadeha. The deha is all three. Stula Sukshma Karana. Therefore, make your Stula Sukshma Karana dehas stand still like the lower Arani. Then with the upper Arani, which is Omkara, do the Matana. In that fire, in that effort, the fire of the Atman, which is Nigudhavata, will be manifest. Right? This thing will focus a little more on tomorrow. Then we'll enter into, he gives 4 examples. Tileshu tailam dadini vasarpihi, dadini vasarpi, apasrothasu aranishu cha agnihi. In all those things, the essence is there inside. That is brought out through a systematic process. Same way, the essence, the self is in you. With that systematic process, manifest it means bring it to your experiential level. You are that Brahman in that way. Beautiful mantras. This और एक और मंत्र है. तो ये first chapter will be over in NDR2. Then second one will take up. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamādāya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. That's a Brahma Pravastu. Can you join in 2 or 3 minutes for Gita, please?